Welcome to the Sold Too Early Sports Card Podcast, currently partnering with Skynet. Just in case. That's Kai. I'm using AI to improve my looks. Gentlemen, hello. Kai, I think this is your first podcast of the new year. How the hell you doing, man?
That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. I'm doing good. Been buying more cards than the last couple months, so back into the scene a little bit more. Going to your favorite show in the world, the Atlanta show, in a week or two or whatever it is. Things are good.
You're just starting the episode off fighting with me. It's good. It's good to see you too. Kai's internet's cut out. That's weird. No, that's so strange. No, listen. I think this is a very fun time of the year. I believe a lot of people who have been in this game for a couple of years very much understood what the cycle is related to like the ending of the major show cycle and being home for 6 to 8 weeks, between like Thanksgiving and Christmas. Dallas is coming up. By the time this episode launches tomorrow, I'll be in the airport. I might actually be boarding my plane, give or take, around this time, which is exciting. I'll be in Dallas from Wednesday night into Saturday night, and then I will be flying home, be able to watch a couple of the playoff games from the comfort of my couch. Might actually catch one of them on the plane ride home because it'll be Packers and I don't know who the Packers play.
Who
Lions?
do they play? Maybe.
I'm going to check super quickly.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Niners play whoever the other team is.
Oops.
Oh no, the Niners play the Packers.
Either way, like this is actually going to be such a good round of games. So for reference, Saturday afternoon will be Texans and Ravens. That'll be a good game. I'm excited to see that. Saturday night is Packers 49ers. And then Sunday is Bucks and Lions at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then Chiefs and Bills at 6:30 Eastern. Yeah, listen, like the playoffs were so interesting for both divisions. I mean, honestly, like the Steelers game was pretty snoozy. I gotta say, I was not really interested. I had to drink some coffee to like watch all of it, and then watching the Bucks beat the crap out of the Eagles yesterday night was a fun time. I gotta say, I was pretty happy.
Yeah, I mean, if you were someone who likes to buy young quarterbacks, I don't think you really could have asked for much more for your cards going into last weekend, with Love and Stroud. And I mean, those are the main two, but pretty much like every team that had a really good performance has like a young quarterback. And there's like Baker Mayfield. He's not old, but I mean, he's kind of still in that weird territory. He had a really good game. I mean, none of the veterans that we're used to seeing in the last like 15 years are even like relevant or in anything anymore.
I mean, looking at the old guard of QBs that are still left, Aaron Rodgers obviously did not play this year, basically.
Yeah, Joe Flacco, I guess, but
yeah, Joe Flacco was kind of cool. I mean, obviously, at some point the wheels were going to fall off. It was an ugly game for the Browns. It happens. Aaron Rodgers played 3 snaps this year for the Jets. When I think of that old guard as well, I guess Stafford is kind of now in that older role.
Yeah, and then I think it transitions when you get to like Russ and Kirk Cousins, like the 2012 year. I think that's when you turn into like the newer tier guys.
I mean, you got to think about it too, Kyle. Like, how old are you? 23, 24?
22.
Okay, so yeah, you're 5 years younger than me. Holy shit!
Well, I'll be 23 in a few months, but
okay, yeah. So the point is, like, while that age gap does not sound like that serious, shout out Josh Giddey. I had to get that in there. How you do it? Sorry. When you look at the NFL in that aspect, dude, like you can feel super old no matter what age you are when you listen or watch this podcast. Like if you look at running back careers, like Todd Gurley, TJ Yeldon,
David Johnson.
David Wilson, like all these random like running backs who played a handful of CJ Spiller, like a handful like years ago, it'll make you feel super goddamn old. Like I vividly remember like Arian Foster playing for the Texans, and like that is a decade ago, which is really freaking scary when you say it out loud.
Him, Matt Schaub, and Andre Johnson.
Yeah, that team Yeah, and that was
And now their linebacker's the coach.
yeah. D'Amico Ryan is
Yeah.
awesome. By the way, Arian Foster last played in 2016. Yeah, he was amazing. His breakout year was
It's
2010.
almost 10 years ago.
Dude, it's almost
years
15
ago.
years ago.
Yeah.
Like it's
crazy.
that is how I feel old. Like when I look at like running back careers, because like they obviously are so like transient. Like that's how I start to feel older. But
Yeah. I don't know if you followed like anything on eBay after the Texans game, but CJ Stroud cards like went up 50% just in like the second quarter.
I understand why. And I was having this conversation actually with a Cowboys fan yesterday while watching the game. You know, how good is CJ Stroud, and where would you rank him in terms of like either QB prospects of the future, or like in terms of like, hey, you're paying him on a rookie scale contract, like where does he fall in terms of trade assets? And right now, CJ Stroud might be like a top 5 to 10 asset in the NFL. It's really kind of scary.
I think he's top 3.
There's 100% like, because of the contract and the level of play, even if he's not a top 10 quarterback right now, which he might be, honestly, you could have that conversation. I think that there's a fair point of like, there's not enough film out there. Give it another year or two. I think any equation that you say is fair, other than he's the best quarterback in the NFL or he sucks ass. There's a middle ground somewhere there.
I mean, there could be like a legit argument that he's the best quarterback right now, like active, like not like career, but like just right now, like the hottest. No age.
I don't know. Once again, I don't think that's. I personally don't see it. I think that there's more time required. Ironically enough, it might be like Jordan Love or Baker, who's playing the best currently, which is super funny. But he might be that perfect combination of like young, controllable, and obviously a pretty good quarterback, where he might be currently at this moment in time a top 5 to 10 asset in the NFL. We got to rank everything, which is scary.
Are you ready to transition from the like Manning, Brady, Breeze, Brian, Rivers, whatever, Stafford era to the Love, Stroud, Mahomes, Josh Allen, whoever else era?
I think we have to. I mean, Mahomes is going to be this next generation's Brady, most likely. Not in terms of being the GOAT, but like being someone who's continuously in the playoff contention race. Will drag his team to 10 to 12 wins on a low end, be a top 3 seed. You know, we'll probably make a couple of conference championships, make a Super Bowl. Like, it's going to keep happening, in my opinion. And he'll be the pack leader for this next generation. I will eat crow on Jordan Love. I memed on Jordan Love going into the season, even during the season. I was proven wrong there, which is perfectly fine. I'm okay with admitting my faults. A lot of the quarterbacks, though, that I did not like going into the year, I was right on. Like, I probably had like a 85% clip of accuracy, because I was shit talking Daniel Jones from the beginning. I was memeing on Desmond Ridder. I don't know if we talked Bryce Young super much around the first part of the year.
Not too much, but I don't think either of us were huge on him.
No, I mean, he's little also. He's a big E. So, thank you. I will admit some fault, but there were a lot of quarterbacks. I hated Mac Jones going into the year, which I think would be pretty
bold
much
statement.
Yeah, for real, totally. I'll eat crow on Jordan Love. It's really fucking funny how the Packers have just continued to find these guys, and I'm not anointing Jordan Love the next great successor and the best quarterback, but even dude, the Bears and that entire division are just cursed. It's so funny.
Isn't it crazy? Like, the Lions are insane now. The Packers are building something, and then the Vikings are always like around, like they're 9-8 or whatever, and then the Bears just get screwed every year.
The Bears' best quarterback in their history is arguably Jay Cutler. Put that in perspective.
Oh, he is for sure.
I mean, I also really was negative on Justin Fields, and I think it's justified even now as we sit here at basically not the season, but like the end of the season as it matters to the Bears. I think I was right. I think they draft a quarterback. Or do you want to hear my nuclear option? And we can make sure we save this, because
Let's do it.
Here is my nuclear option. And it's entirely possible that this happens. I don't know how the salary would work out, but let's talk about it. The Broncos cut Russell Wilson,
Okay.
which is probably going to happen. He signs a minimum deal with the Bears because no matter what, the Broncos are going to pay his contract. They're going to owe him a ton of money anyway. Then the Bears trade the number 1 pick to whoever wants it for Caleb Williams or whatever quarterback. Sure. Then let's say they get like 3 or 5 or 7, whatever pick it might be, where they can go and like get their QB of the future that they
Number
believe
8.
in. Sure, it doesn't matter. Like they draft like Michael Penix or JJ McCarthy or one of those guys who's not like number 2 or number 3, like one of those okay quarterbacks, good quarterbacks who they want to develop. And then they also then can trade up again if they choose to for Marvin Harrison Jr.
That's true, because they would have somewhere between 2 and 8, and then they'd also have 9.
Yep. Plus whatever assets you would get back.
Yeah.
Trading 1, which would be, I imagine, 2 to 4 first-round picks.
Wouldn't you rather just draft Caleb Williams than draft the best receiver at 9? And then trade
that was my nuclear option, by the way. I'm a Giants fan. Like, I have just really fucking hated
You
Justin
guys
Fields.
should sign Russ. What are you talking about?
We're paying Daniel Jones $40 million next year. It's not going to happen. Not this year.
Someone should take him out.
please. No, but seriously though, that is my nuclear option. I think it's not possible, or it's just like too intelligent, but it would be funny to see happen. So
I was thinking about it. Like, I don't really see that many teams that would be interested in Fields. I don't see it.
If you trade a 3rd round pick conditionally that can turn into a 2nd based on performance or because
that's what I think will happen too. But
if it's a contract extension quality qualifier or play or I'm not sure if you can make that based on if you sign an extension with the guy or not.
Yeah, that's what we did with Ridley.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but I just don't know what teams I could see doing that.
I could see Fields on the Patriots. I could see him on the Falcons. I could see him on the Rams as a high-end backup. I honestly would not also be shocked if Stafford retired.
They have Carson Wentz.
Okay, so yeah, exactly. Like, there is definitely an opportunity for Justin Fields to go and prove himself in the NFL again, but he cannot go into next year being the guy, no matter where it is. So, I don't know. I mean,
going to give up a 2nd or 3rd for someone who's not their guy.
There might be a coaching staff that believes they can unlock him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, fair.
It'll be interesting. But I didn't mean to go into the Justin Fields talk or the NFL talk too much. There were a couple of things that I was researching over the last couple of days. Some things I saw on Instagram too that were super funny and interesting. One that involves Santiago Sports, the card shop who is my local LCS, go figure. And I've known Tyler for a long time. I really like Tyler, good, bad, or otherwise. Like, he is very authentic, and that is, in my opinion, the best praise you could have for someone is like, this is who they are, this is their personality, and like take it or leave it. And I think it's commendable. But Kai, how much have you paid attention to like the Instagram world in the last 3 to 5 days?
So I know, I mean, I've seen all that happened. I don't know. I know someone posted something about them being stolen or something, and I don't really know what the end result was really that much. I just know kind of what was generally posted.
Yeah, so basically what happened was, and I'll pull up the video. I mean, I'm not sure how it's going to actually play on
Okay,
stream.
first, before you play this, though, I thought it was so, like, I think you have to be an idiot, in my opinion. Like, how do you look at that video of he has the box they send to the player, every card sequentially in order, and, like, he just got it from this random dude. How do you not, like, know for sure this is, like, stolen or he shouldn't have this? Like, it's very obvious.
So that's completely fair, and I agree with you. So basically what's on screen now, if you guys are watching, Tyler's talking about how he was able to acquire, how he was able to have in shop basically a collection of immaculate autos featuring Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, and Magic Johnson. Now, the Magic Johnson and the Lonzo Balls were signed clearly. They looked at their autographs, and the Kyle Kuzmas were questionable on the nice way. Most likely forged and fake by a friend of Kyle Kuzma, or at the very least, like, we're not most likely signed. Tyler never explicitly states anywhere, and I checked this before we're recording this. He never said anywhere these were available. He never even actually said he bought them. Like, they were in the shop. He made a video about them because they were cool, and the people like really kind of went for it. And I'm making sure I choose my words carefully because I'm trying to be fair. Because I have just said I'm Tyler's friend, I support him, and I think he's great. But I'm also like, we're not a fucking investigation channel. Like, we're just reporting on things we see and we like and we're interested by, and this is something that's relevant to me. Never said anywhere that he bought these. Never said anywhere these were available. It's just something interesting that happened. But yeah, Twitter and like other influencers and content creators like really kind of like dug into him. And he put out a statement, detailed summary of like what happened. Basically, I read through this. He says kind of what I just said there. He never bought the cards. Panini reached out to him, and like they're on their way to their rightful homes. You got to remember too; these are 7-year-old redemptions. I don't know. I don't claim to know. The cards came from someone who was close with Kuzma personally. They were found in the middle of him being traded from the Lakers to the Wizards. So I imagine they just went into storage somewhere, and Kuzma never signed them.
Imagine you like pulled that redemption with Magic Johnson, and you got like a replacement of some dog shit like Sparkle Pack, and then fucking 6 years later this comes out.
Yeah, I mean,
that was probably a massive card.
It had to be. I mean, listen,
massive.
I mean, price-wise, in 2016, 2017, 2018, whatever, it's not going to reflect what it would be worth in a 2020, 2021 market. But I have to imagine, even at that point in that 2020 market, I believe Lonzo was still somewhat healthy.
Dude, Lonzo's market was insane up till like a year or two ago.
So, those could have been
and Kuzma was really good as like a rookie, second year, Lakers.
Those could have been $500 in 2016, 2017 money, 2018, whatever it would have been.
Yeah.
Which would have been a lot back then, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's hard to say. Is there anything else worth calling out in this note? Kevin Hawk, VP of Sales at Panini, reached out. They scheduled a call. Tyler shipping them all back. I had zero issue returning these items. Okay, so like it's settled. I don't know what's gonna happen with these. I imagine the redemptions were easily filled years ago, and like I don't know what's gonna happen to these cards. They might honestly be destroyed. Would not shock me. But
I could see like white boxes if they get Magic to sign it.
So I did see actually that there were like 27. The parallel number to 25, there were 2 extra ones, I imagine, for white boxes, which makes complete sense.
Or like a replacement if one gets damaged, I would assume.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Basically, moral of the story is don't smear my name using your stupid stories and theories. I don't think we're smearing his name. I think we're being completely freaking neutral.
It's just like, I get it though from everyone else's point of view. You like see that post and like the first, I mean, anyone who's been doing cards for a while, like the first thing that popped in my head was like, these are clearly like not supposed to be like, he's not supposed to buy these, which I didn't know he didn't buy them at the time, but like he clearly shouldn't have had them, like whatever people look at it. So it's, I mean, it worked out well, it looks like, but it was hard to understand without this post.
I think that there was, I don't think there was any bad intentions posting that content. I think truly what happened was Tyler had these in shop from some guy who came in and said, oh shit, these are awesome, I want to make a video about it, and released it. And then I don't know when the second part released, because there were 2 videos about it before. Apology, acknowledgement of what happened came out a couple days later. But I was like, oh yeah, these are cool. Oh shit, there's more? Oh, nice. And I think it was really just like that simple. No negative thought about it. I actually also reached out to Tyler to come on the podcast and like talk about it. And he's like, hey man, like, no, I'm in Detroit for the game. Just, you know, go on Twitter. I wrote out my thoughts. Like, yeah, cool, no problem. So
he shut you down.
Yeah, I got rejected hardcore, obviously. So drats. Oh well, it happens.
It's an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I say this a lot in our industry. We love like high school drama bullshit so much so that like we truly do live in like a high school girl environment, especially in a high end card market, and it just never ceases to amaze me.
Well, I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but I think it was like 2013, 2014 Immaculate, something like that. But there were, I think, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, like dual autos or something, and one of them signed it, one of them didn't. And I'm pretty sure they got the other person to sign them like in person, like 6 or 8. Like the person was going around buying the copies half signed so they could bring it to the signing and get it finished. And they like have sold multiple times at auction and stuff, and they do really well. But that's like a similar circumstance to this, I think. Which I don't know how the copies were getting out half signed, which is another story, I guess. But it's reminded me of this situation.
I've never heard that before, but like that's one of the things I love about our industry too. Is there's so many nuances. Kai, did you watch the last episode that I released or no?
The short one?
Yeah.
I don't think so, not yet.
So basically what happened there was I talked about the Dak Prescott auto pen situation from like 8 years ago.
Yep. I came
for everyone who's not super aware, here's like a 30-second rundown. Dak signed a bunch of cards that he really actually didn't. He used an auto pen. Panini had to recall them and replace them with like actual autographs of Dak. They had a hologram on the back of them for Prism. The one I received from my friend did not have a hologram on the back. It was a fake one. So
it's crazy those are still out there. Didn't you have to send it back to get the real one?
Yes.
So I guess people just didn't send them back for whatever reason.
Could have been pack pulled 5 years later. No one knew. Like,
do you know if the fake ones like sell like really well because they're fake?
They sell. I know they do.
Nice.
So there was, I think when I looked at it last week, there was a sale or two, or at least one available without the hologram on the back. So they're still out there. I don't imagine enough collectors really know that because so many people joined to have like a public facing profile, and especially on Instagram in the last 5 years. So why the fuck would they know that? Like they're not going to pay attention to that.
Yeah, you would think if Panini really cared, they would just go through and buy all the fake ones when they see them. But I don't think they care or have enough time for that.
Dude, they're gone. Like they're going to be irrelevant in 3 to 5 years. They don't care anymore. Like I'm lucky that I'm currently in the process of getting my Giannis Timeless Moments gold auto from like 2019. Like the card is in production, it's signed, it's at Panini right now for numbering. Like at some point soon, I hope in the next month or so, maybe less, I'll have it in hand. This was a card I bought a year and a half ago as the redemption was like winding down, like days or weeks left for $4,000, just praying it would happen. And we'll have to see what happens when that card gets in and what it sells for, what it's available for. But it could easily be the most expensive card I currently own.
Do you think you're going to get a good Giannis auto or like one of the little like scribble ones?
I think we get a scribble one. Just knowing that Giannis probably did not want to sign those, I imagine they're going to look like shit. But I'd rather.
Is yours, like to your knowledge, going to be like the only one made, or is that like not allowed to be said?
It's numbered to 10, so.
But I didn't know if like you had to like go through all this crap to like just get yours like signed, or if they're all getting signed.
I went through a lot of crap to get mine. I can't speak to what Giannis did or did not do.
I guess you'll know if you get number 1 out of whatever kind of
10.
Yeah.
The only sale I've ever seen ever of this card was on Golden for a redemption. It did $4,000, and that's how I paid the comp, because I'm like, hey, if he ever signs this card, what are we gonna do?
He doesn't have other ones, or no?
No, that was like 2018-19 Timeless, and I don't even know the last product Giannis really signed.
Yeah, that honestly might be a massive card if it has like a clean auto. Like
I'm gonna text my friend real quick. Hang on. Let's see. We get a live update.
Because I know in basketball, it's different than, baseball and football in that regard. Like the really rare sets with the star players that don't pop up often. Like I would think yours is going to be the only one that pops up for the near future. I mean, one might pop up in a year or 2 or 6 months or something, but people that have been waiting and collect the Honest, like when they see that first one hit the market, I wouldn't be surprised if at auction it did like a stupid amount.
We'll have to see. I did text Nady, say, hey man, like you've always been fair. This is coming in.
Rips? Does he like super collect the Honest?
I don't freaking know, man. I don't care. Like, when I get it in, we'll see what happens.
Dude, you better throw that thing on eBay for like 20K.
Oh, dude, it's gonna go on eBay for 50K. No matter what happens, it's gonna be a stupid number on eBay. Hey, figure it out, dude. I don't care. We'll have to see. What else I want to talk about? I talked about Tyler. We could talk about the Photoshops and sports cards and how people got butthurt over stuff that's been happening.
I did not know about that until I saw everyone talking about it. I never realized it.
So, and I'll pull it for reference too. I didn't think about it either, nor did I. Let me pull the screen first. So, what we're referencing is this was posted by Sports Card Nonsense or in the Sports Card Nonsense Facebook group on how Topps used a photo of Darren Fletcher and Photoshop Brady's face on it. And like that's how they made the Bowman Chrome card. To me, honest to God, this is fine. I don't really care.
Oh, I don't care either. It just like never even crossed my mind that like, oh, Brady never actually played baseball. Like, where did they get this picture from? I never even thought about it.
So I had one of two thoughts when this card was first announced. One, it was going to be Photoshop, like, all right, whatever. Two, like, because they were doing promotional material for it anyway. Hey, Brady, like, put on this Montreal Expos jersey and, like, go stand in a baseball field and, like, we'll take a picture.
That's what I honestly thought they would have done if you think about it a little. Like, why would you not just do that?
Either option was fine. It did not matter to me. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Okay. Did not even think about it. I don't know why people got so butthurt about this with very limited research, dude. I saw several examples of this happening for 50 years. I even saw teams doing it. I didn't pull up the example, but Shohei had a body double.
I saw this just now, like an hour ago.
Hey, you want a body double, by the way, according to Google? Body double.
Well, my thing is, like, what do people expect them to do for the Brady card? Like, he never played. Like, he's not going to have a picture. Like, why are you upset about it?
They go out to a field and then do it. But, like,
yeah,
like once again, this is a professional team doing this for their superstar player because he was hurt at the time. They got a random guy to fill in for Shohei Ohtani, and they'll Photoshop it later. Who cares? This is an organization doing it. Yeah, they got memed and clowned on.
So wait, they put his face on him?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
Yeah, exactly what Topps did. Hey, oh my god, this is not what Ohtani did. He never took an at bat for the Dodgers.
Cody Bellinger?
What's that?
That looks like Cody Bellinger with Ohtani's face on it.
Yeah. Wait a second,
Wait, so they couldn't get Ohtani to just stand on the field for the last one? Like, that one kind of blows my mind a little bit. Like, what was he doing that was so important? He couldn't just stand there for 20 minutes.
Can't do it. Too bad. Photoshop. Oh. All right, cool. It was the most sold Topps Now card. That was not what I was looking for. What I was looking for, and this one was new. I did not even know about this one. This is an article from the Athletic from 2022 about how Topps went in and changed Cleveland Indians uniforms to Guardians of live action shots from like the 2022 season before the team obviously like changed their name, and it's just like, wait, when did he wear this? It's like, well, we photoshopped it, dude. Like, we had it in post. It's fine.
Well, that one they kind of had to do too, right?
Yeah, because they changed the name. It was offensive, whatever else. Even a Topps spokesperson said, as we always have, we retouch images on cards throughout our collectibles to reflect Cubs' current branding identities. This consistent practice provides fans with the most up-to-date collectible representing their favorite teams and players. Why the fuck is everyone freaking out? Like, how did you not know this was a common thing? And you have these, like, content creators who just either don't get it or just think people are thinking too much of themselves and are thinking way too much into this.
There's just no reason to get this upset over this kind of, like, it doesn't matter. There's
You want
there's autographs of Santa Claus in products.
I should have picked that one up too. I didn't. You want to see a bad Photoshop? This is literally almost 50 years old.
Really?
You want to see a bad one?
Let's see it.
It's bad.
I'm confused though.
Oscar Gamble got traded to the Yankees, and like they just like shoddily put together a picture, and like that's what the Yankees logo
It looks
was.
like a cartoon.
It literally looks like shit.
Why is it called Check the Afro?
I don't know why the title's like that. Maybe because like that's like the bad Photoshop. Like it doesn't make sense. Like the hat is
Funny.
there's
How'd you
like
even
plates on
find
top
that?
of the hair. It was from the Guardian article.
Oh, I thought you
I
should
read.
go on eBay, like looking for hours trying to find a card.
No, it was literally the next statement after the Topps representative one. They talk about this Oscar Gamble card and how legendary example of a poor alteration. Gamble, known for his impressive Afro hairstyle, was traded from the Indians to the Yankees, and someone at Topps attempted to alter the Cleveland uniform to show pinstripes and crudely change the logo to an NY.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like the normal Topps product always has like, and I think Heritage does it a little bit too with like stupid variations, like stuff change in the picture, like colors change. Like people think that's cool. It's a cool short print, but like this kind of stuff, like people get upset about. It makes no sense to me.
It's so funny. There was another one. I went to Reddit and found a couple. This
Tom
is
Brady one.
Tom Brady one is super funny. That is. I'll make this. I should make this my profile picture.
That's
actually.
a funny. Yeah, you should.
That's a good one. This one, I checked this out. This was 1970 Topps. I'm not sure why this guy said 1967. Logos were not licensed. Some were colored out. There were even guys with jerseys on backwards. Yeah, that is a backwards jersey for Hall of Famer Lou Wilson.
Hudson.
Hudson. Oh shit, my bad. What? What are we doing here?
Dude,
So
I saw it said that something about it not being a license for that year. Is everyone's like that?
I didn't look super closely,
That's
but
weird. 'Cause
but
I've definitely
the
seen
jer-
that set before.
the jersey's backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else did I pull up? Oh, that's the one, the Franco one. There's the same guy. Okay. Here's a 2000 NFL rookie of Shohei
Holy
Ohtani.
shit, that's Tom Brady.
No, Shohei Ohtani. What are you talking about, sir? But yeah, listen, I don't know. We
Look at that slab. Go back.
No,
Look at that
yeah.
slab.
I'll reopen the screen share.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's a real PSA authentic slab.
It's super. It's PSAA. It's totally real, dude. Trust me.
Add a. Never mind.
No, you can say it. Say it.
No, that's okay.
All right. Fine. But I don't know, man. We just are so weird in our industry. Like, and I don't ever sit here and defend Panini or Topps. I don't think Fanatics is doing a great job either, but I will give them a lot of slack because so many people gave Panini years and years of slack. So I think it's only fair to let them kind of figure it out. And also, when you look at the legacy of Topps before Fanatics, they were clearly just like doing whatever they wanted anyway, and this is not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, Panini had what 12 years of everything, basically, all the brands, all the leagues. I mean, they kind of just got worse over time. You know, started out with a great run of products and just saturated it, made it worse every year, basically.
Panini got their license in
2010,
I believe so.
11 maybe, 12, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was at least a decade. I'm trying to find the exact timing.
Because I know there's Nash. I think Curry's NT year might be the first Panini basketball. I could be wrong.
That'd be perfect timing. This is an article from 2017. 2009, was the first one. So I was just trying to find a article.
And football was 12, I think. 11 or 12, maybe, right?
I think so.
I think Panini Prime was a product in 2011.
Well, no, there was like Top Supreme Football in like 2014. So
that's true. They must have shared a license somehow.
Yeah, I mean the point is monopolies are never good, but
really,
No, yeah, shocking. I know. What a take here, guys, from the guy wearing a "Don't do ketamine" shirt. I'm really a harbinger of knowledge within sports cards. And if you want to see me wear funny T-shirts in person, make sure you go check me out at the Dallas Card Show, located on the front wall.
I was gonna say, I know you wanted to talk about Dallas, and I will say before we do, I severely regret not going to this one because I was planning on going to the one in March, but the flights are like stupid because I guess it's spring break, and I
How
severely regret not planning for this one.
how much is a flight right now if you want to go? In
So
this,
I'm in Tallahassee right now, but Orlando's probably a little bit cheaper. From Tallahassee, it's like 750, 800 for a normal seat round trip.
maybe you can try to sneak on the last minute.
I could. I know Orlando would probably be cheaper. It's just a pain in the ass to drive 5 hours then fly. But
Yeah.
that's just crazy. I think I flew first class last time for like 500 or 600.
I don't know how much my flight was. I think all in it was like $400 with like economy plus seating because like I'm a big believer in like I want to be comfortable. I don't like to fly. I've said that a
I'm
bunch.
100% on with you now that when I can, I'm 100% getting a nice seat. It's so worth
Yeah.
it. I
It
hate
is
flying
like
too.
it just makes me uncomfortable. Like it just doesn't make me
Yeah.
happy. If I have to check my bag, like my sports car bag, I'm rebooking.
Oh,
the
dude, I
flight.
don't check a bag. I just bring a backpack and my cards, or a
Yep.
suitcase and my cards, or whatever.
Exactly what's going to happen. And I'm actually in the process now. So my table space, I own it to my name. It's awesome. I'm currently in the process of trying to get more space from the individual next to me. You've met him, Kai. He's a nice guy. I texted him actually yesterday.
To
2
the
days
right
ago.
or the left, if you're looking into
Um,
the crowd.
So to the right was Mojo, which last show was
Oh, if
Brian
you're looking
Gray.
at the wall, to the right's Mojo.
Yes.
Okay.
So to the right is Mojo / Brian Gray because Jay moved to spot. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
the other guy was nice. I don't remember his name though.
His name was Charles. Super friendly guy, super personable. I texted him saying, "Hey man, like, hope we had a good year. I'm excited to see you this week. If you do not need your space in the future and like you are willing to sell some space, please let me know. I'm heavily interested in getting more space from you." And he was like, "Hey, like, I'll let you know. Like, we'll have to see what's in the cards." Ha ha ha. Good joke. I don't know if he said that. He said something along those lines.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get more space in there because I have 3 showcases worth of location. I generally sell one to a friend, whether it was you. Mikey's actually taking one in March, which is nice. The show, my friend Jacob's taking space, and I take about 2. I could easily like fill up 3 showcases worth of stuff, but frankly, I like to have someone there at my spot. It makes me comfortable having someone I trust who either can facilitate deals for me or keep an eye on my shit and like allows me to be a human being and like do other things. So if I'm able to expand my space permanently on the front wall to 6 showcases, oh, hey, there's a world where, hey, Kai, you have 3 and I have 3. Or, hey, Mikey wants to come too.
I was going to ask, are you interested in getting more inventory if that's the case? Or like, what would be your main purpose?
If I had 6 showcases worth of room, I would sell it to a friend, cover my costs, at least on the showcase and table space, and then be like, all right, yeah, like now I have my friend here. And if they can't come, I'll sell it to a random. But like, I'll keep it in my name. I could easily get my inventory up to cover 4 showcases if I wanted to. 6 would be a stretch. Obviously, I would not need it anyway. But there are always people who are last minute shopping for spots. And oh, mine is in a really good location. I spent years trying to get. Now it's finally mine.
That's true. I've seen like 3 or 4 people this week post like looking for tables at Dallas. So I don't think you'd have any problem doing that.
And it's super annoying because I'm going to have to miss one this year for the first time because I'm getting fucking married. How dare I?
Which month is that?
I'm getting married June 23rd, and they have not announced the June show yet, which is based on the timing for May. Like, it might be my wedding weekend, which would be funny.
You're really going to get married over the Dallas Card Show?
No, I'll get married. I know. I'm gonna fly out to Dallas on Wednesday, come back Saturday.
No, better idea. Get married at the Dallas Card Show.
Yep, of course. Totally, and they get divorced at the show as well.
Yeah, we can get you that sweet lane head.
Yeah, shut up. Such a great idea. Yeah. We'll have to see. I'll have to sell that spot for one show, which will be annoying, but it's fine.
So but would you buy? I was gonna ask, would you buy like the space permanently, or are you just gonna ask him like show by show to have it?
I'd buy it up permanently. And also, hey, I'm looking at my email. I had an SGC sub. Just finished up. I'm gonna check it super quick. It's all NPB.
I check mine every day, knowing it's not done yet, but I just check it every day just to check it.
I straight up forgot about this sub. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It is 63 cards. Well, bunch of Roki Sasaki 10s. That's a good start.
What is your typical day it pops based on the received day? Like 10 days? 15
What do you mean?
days? Like, let's say it was received on like January 10th. Like, typically from what you're seeing, how many days after that does it pop?
Let me see. So my last orders, this one was submitted on the 28th, received January 4th, and graded and shipped back on the 16th. So about 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
And that's about the timing I've noticed.
Yeah, I know they advertise like it's like what 5 or 10 business days or something like that.
Yeah, no, this was the Bowman subs that I was doing. A bunch of Yamamoto 10s. I like
Mine got
that.
to the 10th, so I have another week probably.
Ooh, some Psychow. Oh my god, every Psychow 10? Holy shit.
Wait, how do you say it?
Psychow.
I thought it was Saiku.
That could be right too. I've never heard anyone else pronounce it, so I could be wrong.
Neither have I. That's why I was like mind blown. Okay, not to do NPB talk, but like what are you doing with all your stuff?
Oh, hang on. My orange Sasaki.
Paper?
My orange Sasaki paper SGC 10.
Oh, that's huge.
That's a nice card. Yeah, that's super nice.
You didn't want to do PSA on that one, or you just didn't think it was?
I thought it was gonna like 8.
Gotcha.
Like
that's SGC for you.
SGC's been super lenient on these grades, which is nice.
Wow, that's probably a really big card even now.
I mean, it's not a chrome, it's paper, but like still, that's probably super nice.
That's at least like $500, right?
More.
Yeah.
What was your question? I'm sorry.
I was just asking. Like, I only ripped 16 boxes, and I have like a 2-row of like refractors and colored paper. Like, I don't know what to do with this stuff.
I put it in my closet, and
like you're legitimately just gonna like leave it there for like a couple years.
At least the Rokis, I will. Like, I am very much considering now when I get back from Dallas, putting all the Yamamoto stuff I have left into auction, and like some of like the cheaper like Yoshida paper 9s and like 10s that are like not gonna really sell.
Like this Dallas.
After I get home from this Dallas show, I might co-sign or send a consignment, I should say. Yeah. I might send a consignment, all the NPB stuff of like not Roki, and then just like have that in storage.
You're gonna kill my Yamamoto market right when I get mine back.
I can't help you there. I set the market. You got to remember too is that I was the first one on the market.
You are the market.
Yeah,
it's the truth.
Oh, I wonder if I could say this here. Well, you know what? Alt did not give me an NDA, so fuck them. I'm gonna do it. People from Alt reached out. What? What do you want me to tell you, Kai?
No, keep going.
People from Alt reached out and they wanted to discuss some of the NPB stuff, and I'm giving them some cards to discuss it. Because obviously Sheik is one of our friends. Matt, they both were on the podcast actually. Shit. They both reached out and said, "Hey, we want to talk NPB. Can you give us some cards to do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you have to shout out the podcast." So that was the only rule.
So are you sending them your cards, or are you just telling them cards to look at?
I'm giving them the cards in Dallas.
And they're gonna like auction them, or just like highlight?
They're gonna auction them. They're gonna make a post or two about it. It's good publicity for the podcast. It's funny as hell. So when you do say I'm the NPB market, yeah, I somehow am.
I think you've earned an honorary trip to Japan.
That dude, stupidest time ever. It's just so freaking funny to me. And it will never not be funny because I really do believe that I have no interest in being famous. I don't care. It means nothing to me. I want this podcast to be successful. And if the only benefit that comes from that is, hey, maybe some free national space, hey, make sure you DM us and we'll take that gladly. But
do you know if there's gonna be like a 2023 MPB Bowman?
I imagine there will be.
You don't think it would have come out by now?
Tops came out, like they're just Tops product. I don't know if I don't know if Bowman Chrome came out, but I know Tops at least did.
Well, like, I don't know, because they didn't make like a 21 Bowman, did they?
No, 2022 was the first one.
Yeah, oh yeah, we talked about that. So I don't know if it's gonna be like a yearly thing, because like every single relevant player already has like a rookie card or a base card.
Oh, hello.
Huh.
There is 2023. Oh, it's Tops Chrome MPB.
Didn't that already come out?
There's 2023 Tops Bowman. It does exist.
2023 Tops Bowman.
It is currently $91. It has, I don't think ever sold. It's never sold on StockX.
Oh wow,
It's
yeah, it's
$1.
a real thing. How much did you say it was?
$90.
Hmm.
But
eBay's
like, I
gotta
don't see the
charge
point of this. The reason why, hang on, that's Tops Chrome. That's Tops Chrome. Okay. There is a Bowman. Yeah, there's a Bowman lot.
Sasaki has cards in it.
The reason why the Bowman worked so well for 2022 was it was the first Bowman product ever for Japan stock. That's why it worked. I mean, sure, if you buy that product and like you hit the first of the guy, and 8 years later they're coming to America, yeah, it'll sell. But like the game there was truthfully, hey, this is the first time this has come out. Even if it's not technically first Bowman's, it's their first Bowman card. You can define that how you want to, but it is what it is. We'll see. I mean, I would like to get more, but I also understand you like that gravy train and like that experience has passed. From May until October/November, and if you bought before May, holy shit, you beat me to it. It was the time, and like we came back from the National League, we were talking about it, and at that point, I had been buying it for a month. So,
I know I asked you a couple episodes ago, but do you have any sort of like? I know you've sold a lot more now, but do you have like an updated projection on like how you'll do overall, maybe, or no?
Good question.
But I mean, obviously, it's gonna factor in like all the shit sitting in your closet, like you haven't sold or you're not doing anything with that. So that's like just gravy on top of whatever you kind of come up with.
I am close to breaking even,
and you still have a lot 100%. Of stuff graded and you've cases. I've seen pictures of it. So
my closet, which I'll try to take a picture of it actually for the podcast, so I'll edit it in here. Actually, I'll show you a couple things. I have the if you could see over my in my corner over there, the 2-box row right there is PSA paper that couldn't fit inside of the little box, which I'm not sure if you can see. It's a full case full of MPB. That's just my PSA stuff. In my closet is all my SGC stuff for my 220 card subs, plus whatever SGCY stuff that did not sell. So it was in 2 separate locations based on what grading company it was, plus 60 more cards coming in the next 3 to 5 days.
Is the paper box behind you all Yamamoto, or you send other paper?
There's some Roki in there. There's some Masataka Yoshida, which I got from a friend. I made a deal for some more Bowman MPB.
I was surprised.
Listen, I got the value I needed out of stuff, so I just took it back. Like I said to him, like I got enough for a lifetime, man. I'm good, but whatever. Who cares? I will break even. I'm probably within $2 to $4 grand of breaking even on everything. And you gotta remember too, is I put like 12 to 13 grand all in to everything between opening the boxes. Actually, I'm going to check real quick how much I spent on the boxes. The trading costs I'm writing off for taxes anyway, but how much did I spend? It's not going to tell me on the app. I have to pull up my phone.
You might have to do some like quick guesstimate.
No, it tells me on my phone how much I spent. That's why I was saying it. So I had an exact number. I spent $9,700 on 55 orders of MPB, 4 box lots. So that was 55 times 4, 220 boxes.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. plus grading fees. Yeah, it's about 13 grand. 12 to 13. It's crazy.
I don't know why I'm blurry.
That just seems to happen. I mean, what I wanted to talk about too before we wrap up, and I want to talk about Dallas a little bit. Like, this has the potential to be one of the better shows of 2024 to start. Like, because it was such a long time between major shows, people are going to come with money. People are going to come with fresh inventory. For a while, people were in a location where everyone was making deals and selling and trading, like, amongst new individuals. Like, yeah, if you went to a local show or you went to like a semi-major show in like your area, yeah, you probably did well. But like, this is the first time like those main people who have money and people who want to make large value deals happen are in the same room in 2024.
Well, I was gonna say, like, for me personally, I'm like itching to go to a show. That's like half the reason I'm going to Atlanta.
Yeah, well, I think you might have chosen poorly, but you'll be the judge of that. I think you chose poorly. I
did. No, I do. I think I regret. I mean, realistically, I probably couldn't have even made a trip to Dallas really work at this late of a stage. But like, I regret not planning a trip to Dallas like a month or two ago.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you were somehow able to get a last minute flight into Dallas, you can bunk with me. I have 2 queen beds, but you're gonna have to figure that out on your own. The good news is that you can actually report on the Atlanta show for yourself. Are you setting up? Are you gonna set? Or are you gonna just walk?
No, I'm just gonna walk. I'm just gonna bring cash and some cards and just walk around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna check out Jeff Wilson's $3 million shop while you're there?
I saw that video yesterday. No.
No comment.
Is it even gonna be? It's gonna be open, I guess, right?
It's opening that same weekend.
Yeah, probably.
That might draw more people
than the
show itself. Yeah.
Maybe I will go. I don't know. I guess it just depends how far it is. I'll have my car there, so
that's sick. Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm glad it's not this week though. It's gonna be like 10 degrees there.
Oh, dude, Dallas is gonna be cold too. It's like I think it's like 25 right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 30 to 50. Actually, like 30 to 40. While I'm in Dallas, I'm just wearing like sweatpants and shit. Like I'm not gonna do much else. I expect a good show. I expect to come back in next week when we record and be like, hey, here's my thoughts. Here's what was amazing. Here's what moved. Here didn't. And then truthfully, just turn it around and be ready for Burbank because Burbank is literally 30 days away. Like, I fly out for the Burbank Card Show on February 15th. We're less than 30 days away from
and that's the smaller Burbank, right? That's
the one in Orange County. Yeah, that's the one in Ontario.
Gotcha.
Like, but even still, that environment, that show floor, is probably the second nicest in the entire country. Like, that convention center is gorgeous. It's a fun little area. It's not as nice as Dallas in terms of like things to do, but it's sunny. The hotel's right across like a 2-minute walk. There's good food areas around there. You're next to an airport if you're able to fly into it. I'm flying into one that's like half an hour away. It's probably my favorite airport to fly into in the entire country, honestly. Like the John Wayne Airport in Orange County is super goddamn easy. Like you can get in an Uber within 30 seconds after you get out of the plane. It's crazy.
There's no one there.
It's just a quiet little airport. I mean, I've been there when like people have been busy, but like the first time I flew out from there, which was the first Ontario Burbank Card Show, I was the only person in line at TSA.
That happened to me on the way back from the last Dallas in October or November. There was no one in TSA when I got there.
Do you fly United or do you fly American?
I flew American for that one.
Yeah, it's so nice. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Hopefully I have some new crazy inventory to show you when I get back. It's crazy though that my last like really major deal was with Joey. This past week I got his gold Eminence Stephen Curry, Larry O'Brien gold bar. Oh yeah, #rich. I traded for it, dude. Give him full ask on his value. It's so funny making deals with your friends and like you're reasonable. like, yeah, dude, here's what I'm asking on everything. It comes to like 42.50 here. He's like, hey, I'm calling it 4. I'm like, okay, like that was
It's
easy.
it's like night and day. It almost like kills dealing with other people for me. Like I deal with you guys, and then I go to like a show and I try to walk around for 30 minutes, and everyone's like so tough to deal with. It almost like turns you off to the whole show.
I really do enjoy like and respect our friend group a lot. Like even like, I mean, it comes back around. Mikey was calling me yesterday about an MJ patch auto he wanted, and he wanted my opinion on it. He wanted to split it. I'm like, hey man, like here's what I think. Like here's what you should do. And I don't know if he made the deal or not with the guy, but it's like, hey, like this is another expert opinion that I know if I needed it, I could call Mikey and he would gladly help me. Like you don't have to kill your friends on these deals. And yeah, you guys are legitimately my friends because in my mind, it's like, yeah, we all can win, especially like this little like tight knit group, and make sure that we like guide each other as needed because it actually does benefit you to be a good person, not a piece of shit. You might win in the short term on like a deal or two, but then if you fuck someone over, you lost a large amount of people who have nice cards or cash or stuff that you might want down the line.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, that's really all I have. I'm not sure, Kai. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we hit everything on the head. Really, I mean, playoffs for football market seems to be
Better.
getting better. You know, more people are doing more things. It seems like shows are coming up. Everything feels like a good spot right now.
I can't speak to every single card price, but yeah, that those vibes, those feelings,
Yeah, there's
definitely.
just more going on. It feels like.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's completely reasonable. I think that I'm not going to tell you the market has bottomed out or is rising. It's amazing, but in terms of like now people actually being excited for things again, like you mentioned it yourself, Kai, several times. So did I. You're excited to go to Atlanta. You're excited to be at a card show. You're itching to be there. Me, I'm like, all right, dude. Like I'm prepped for Dallas. I'm excited to be there. Like, it's gonna be amazing. Like we're talking about it in a much more positive light than when you're in early December. It's like, yeah, dude, shit. Like there's nothing going on right now.
It
Like, what are we doing?
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can handle my fucking family. How dare I? But
Yeah.
all
For
right.
sure.
Well, I'll have some more stories to tell next week, guys. Thank you for watching or listening. Hopefully, you see me in Dallas and say, "Hey, you're that guy with that OK podcast." I'm like, yes, sir. How are you?
Yep.
And we'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Peace.
See you guys.